I had everything I thought I wanted: the house, the businesses, the family, the car, and I still felt stuck. And so many women that I meet are in the exact same way, asking themselves, I should feel happier than this. They feel like a slave to their own lives with endless to-do lists and constant overwhelm and waking up wondering, like, what if? Is this it? Is there anything else more to life? And they're feeling not fulfilled, but then guilty because you don't feel fulfilled, and you feel like you have all these great things and you have this great family or community or friends. And like, shouldn't that be enough? Shouldn't I be happy? And still you're left sitting there wondering, is this all there is to life? You are not ungrateful. You're just misaligned. And when your inner compass shifts, everything starts to look differently. And if you want to know why women secretly feel stuck and how misalignment leads to overwhelm and how to finally recalibrate your compass, then stay till the very end of the episode today. Imagine waking up and actually liking your life, looking forward to it, being excited again, and not feeling like a slave to your career and to the business that you've built. That can be true for you. And if you like what you've seen so far on the episode, be sure to hit like and subscribe and let us know so we can continue to make more free content for you as you grow in your journey. The silent epidemic that no one's talking about is the stuck but successful feeling. You know you're successful. You know you've done something with your life. You feel proud of the things that you've done, but you're stuck. Maybe you're a slave to your business. Maybe your family life is overwhelming you. Maybe there is this point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. And the deal is high achieving women, we don't talk about it because it feels shameful. It feels like something that we should be able to figure out on our own, but for some reason we can't. Overwhelm is a symptom, not the problem. The problem in our life, in my life, in your life, is the never-ending to-do list, the running from task to task, the backing up our calendars over and over, the constant urgency of feeling off and like not knowing why. The real truth is you've outgrown this version of you that built this life, and that's okay, because your real issue here is misalignment. Your desires change, your seasons change, your values change, but your life didn't shift to match that. And that's okay, because now you're realizing what's going on inside of you. Now you're attuning into who you really are and what you really want out of life. And there was this compass moment in my life where I realized I was totally off track. So my body was constantly inflamed. I was starting to battle illness, getting sick a lot, having terrible headaches, realizing my desk was piled high. I was irritable, not able to get all the things done. And when I took a minute to stop and listen to my body and feel the feelings, feel what was going on, actually acknowledge how things were affecting me. Like, I remember having the emotion of, I don't like that. And realizing how long it had been since I had admitted to myself, I don't like this. This is not something that I want to do or participate in. And like, it was completely okay for me to have that like thought process, but how long had it been that I had been avoiding what it was that I was feeling or thinking or experiencing just because I had all the things that were too much. And that is what was truly making me feel stuck. And when I finally started to listen to my intuition, that gut inside of us, that knowing that we are born with, I started to gain clarity and things started to feel good again, or not, and realizing that's no longer for me. It might have been in a previous version of me or in a previous version of my life, but that's not the season for me anymore. And so there are signs like red flags that wave in front of us that tell us that we are out of alignment. And the first one is everything just feels heavy. Small decisions maybe feel super big. Simple things like what am I going to wear or what's for dinner could be like life altering because the plate is already so heavy. You can't carry any more. And things that you used to enjoy, now you resent those things. You wonder, like, are those things for me anymore? And your body feels like you need to escape from it. And unfortunately, sometimes that stuck feeling goes into our body and starts to feel like we need to escape out of it. And what we do with that is make unhealthy choices: smoking, drinking, drugs, porn, traveling all the time, anything in excess, instead of just being and starting to feel what is actually happening in my body. How do I feel about this? And what is it that would make me feel good? And notice that none of this conversation that we've talked about had to do with money, because being successful and feeling stuck, that doesn't have anything to do with finances a lot of times. A lot of times it has to do with, is the work that you're doing, does it feel purposeful? Does it feel meaningful? Is this where you want the future version of you to be? So ask yourself this question: if nothing changed, would I still choose this? Ooh. If nothing changed, would you still choose this? And that's when we know that it's time to make tiny shifts in our life. Those micro adjustments, 1% better each day, can help us get back to where we were. So I'm not saying, like, let's say, for example, you're realizing that you need to get back into therapy because your mental health is not healthy. I'm not saying you have to go to therapy 5 days a week for 5 hours, maybe just once every other week, right? It doesn't have to be macro changes or big changes. It can be tiny, small changes that's going to help get you from where you are to where you want to be, because you are not stuck. That is the truth. You are standing on the line because there is a better path you can choose now. That fork in the road, that why. Because you can choose the person that you're becoming, right? You don't have to be the past version, the past road that you were on. And there's no quick fix for this. There's no quick fix for alignment. But that's the beautiful part, because once you start tuning into where it is that you really want to go, where that alignment comes out from inside of you and helps to guide and direct your steps, that's when you truly gain clarity and peace that helps you make the next chapter the best chapter yet. And if you are ready to have a partner walk alongside you in this, then book a one-on-one call. There's a free link in the notes that you can book a call, and we'll sit for 30 minutes and talk about right where you are. And these calls won't last forever. The link will not be active for long. So if that is something you're feeling, do it. I know it's not for everybody. And for many of you watching this, you may just love watching the free content and that's great. We're going to keep making all that content, because we believe by investing in each other and by being there as we walk the journey together, that it's going to lead to a better world and a better place. And if we have healthy adults, we can have healthy children and a better future for all of us.